Armando Baker here.
It's Luke May.
This is Tyler Hansbrough.
University of North Carolina.
Here's North Carolina.
I just want to shout out my boy JBear_YT.
JBear_YT.
It's Carolina family, baby.
Go Heels.
Go Heels.
What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another UNC recruit review, and in today's episode we're talking about, in my opinion, the most underrated player in this class among all positions. I'm not just saying that because he's a quarterback, I promise. But we're talking about quarterback Connor Harrell today out of Thompson High School in Alabaster, Alabama. Big time arm on this kid. We'll get into that later. 6'1", 189, 3-star recruit according to almost every website. But 798 in the nation, number 45 at the quarterback position, and number 33 player in the state of Alabama. And he is committed to the Tarheels. Over here on ESPN, 77 grade, that's a 3-star, 25 at the dual threat quarterback position, 403 in the nation, in the region I should say, and 35 in the state of Alabama. But here we get into On3 Sports. Actually, let me skip here to Rivals first of all, because they have him at 31st in the state, 10th at the dual threat quarterback position, which is higher than a lot of them. But anyways, let me get here to On3 Sports. Now, On3 Sports, as you can see, is really high on Connor Harrell. 132 in the nation. And I don't know if I'd put him that high. Obviously, I haven't watched every quarterback in this class, but I can tell you he's higher than a 3-star. He's definitely a 4-star quarterback in my personal opinion. But here on threes, listed at 132 in the nation, number 9 amongst all quarterbacks, and number 7 player in the state of Alabama, with a $34,000 NIL estimated value. I mean, this is huge right here. 132, huge pickup for the Tar Heels. Let's look at some of his other offers, because he does have an offer sheet that's better than a low 3-star recruit, let me tell you. North Carolina, obviously, like we mentioned. Arizona State, Auburn, big time program there. Louisville, Michigan, which was like amongst his final 3, I think it was North Carolina, Michigan, and maybe Northwestern. Along with Nebraska and Northwestern. Tennessee down here also offered him. Virginia Tech, Washington State, West Virginia. Big time schools were on top of Connor Harrell, and there's a reason why. As we get into this highlight tape right here, it's clear and obvious. Connor Harrell, he's got the arm. He's got all the tools that you could want in a quarterback. Look at this. First throw. Darn near. Let's see where he releases the ball here. On the drop back, only takes one step. One step forward from the 23-yard line. 23-yard line. Heaves the thing in the state championship, mind you, as you can see there in Alabama Stadium, to the receiver, who caught it at about the opposite 24. That's a 50-yard pass. And keep in mind, that was not a straight plane. That ball was on from the opposite hash, basically from hash to hash, was that throw and catch. So that's about probably almost a 60-yard pass right there on the first highlight of this tape, right on the money from Connor Harrell. Got all of the tools, including physical tools. He's mobile. He's a dual threat quarterback with a cannon of an arm. Reminds you a lot of a guy in Malik Willis who was drafted in the 3rd round of the NFL draft this year. Just all the tools in the world you could ask for. An incredible athlete for the quarterback position, and an absolute cannon as well. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that on the run. My gosh, that is such a dot. This is going to be a longer UNC recruit review because I don't want to pass over this. Connor Harrell, I mean, just look at the stuff he's doing here. Scrambles for darn near probably 40 yards back and forth, and throws that right on the money. Couldn't have really been a better throw. I mean, that was incredible. Here he is. Simple read. Throws it down there. I saw Connor Harrell in person at UNC's open practice. I have a vlog and an observations video about that. If you haven't seen those, go check those out. Pretty good stuff there. But I saw Connor Harrell in person. He's going to be a QB3 this year for the Tarheels in all likelihood. And let me tell you, he was right there. As far as making the throws, he was right there with, Drake May and Jacoby Criswell. As far as capability of making every throw he wants to, he was right there. And I mean, he's probably the best athlete of the three, if I had to say, just as pure athleticism goes. Obviously, there's still some scheme stuff to be worked out with him, and knowing the playbook and being able to make the correct college quarterback reads. But if that all comes, which in all likelihood, with as great of a coordinator as Phil Longo is, I mean, we could be looking at an absolute stud future quarterback here in Connor Harrell. I mean, I love what I see from this kid. Throw after throw, just making the right read, seeing the open man, and just chucking it. Got good zip on the ball, absolute cannon. I just love everything I see about Connor Harrell, and it's darn near undeniable. And it was only backed up from what I saw at the UNC open practice. Because a lot of people can put together a good highlight tape, but what I saw at UNC's open practice only confirmed what this highlight tape looks like. So this is really impressive stuff. I mean, you cannot watch this. And the argument for a lot of people, and I guess these recruiting websites, is that he was on an absolutely loaded team, which is true. Thompson High School was one of the most talented teams in the nation and got quite a few D1 recruits there. But, I mean, he's the quarterback. He's the guy running all of it. And he's the guy who's hitting the open man on all of these routes constantly. Like, look at this. Obviously, it's a highlight tape, but every throw right there darn on the money. I mean, really impressive stuff. To where, like say, IMG quarterbacks, like quarterbacks that take those powerhouse programs, I mean, are you going to deduct them for having all the options in the world to throw to? I mean, I don't know. And obviously, Thompson is no IMG or any school like that. They're just a powerhouse in the state of Alabama. By the way, they won the national championship in his junior year. Also, this is junior year highlights. This is not even his senior year. Junior year, they went undefeated, won the state championship. And in his senior year, they went almost undefeated, fell one game short in a game where Connor Harrell didn't even play the whole thing because he got injured in the first half, I believe. Probably has about every quarterback record you can have at high school as far as quarterback goes. Look at the athleticism there to spin move, get in the end zone, and he's going up. And we talk about the level of players he has on his own team. Let's talk about the level of competition, because it's there. This is Alabama. What is it? I think Alabama 5A football. Maybe even 6A if they have 6A. All I know is the highest level of football in the state of Alabama. And he's just dominating. And he was just dominating for years and making every throw, and he's an incredible athlete. So Connor Harrell, man, I just love what I see from him. I think he's my favorite valuable guy from the 2022 UNC recruiting class. Definitely one of my guys here. I love Connor Harrell. And if you talk to companies and guys who deal with UNC, they'll tell you most of the exact same stuff I'm telling you right now. Maneuvering the pocket, scrambling, making multiple men miss tackles, making him miss completely, staying on his feet. Impressive stuff. And something else I would like to mention. I mean, he's a little... Like, look at that. I was just about to mention his strength, and then there he is knocking down a kid and going into the end zone there. But I was going to mention, he is a little bit scrawny at the moment, but once he gets in the UNC weight room like he is right now, that arm is only going to get stronger, and he's only going to get more powerful as a rusher. So if I have to make a comparison for Connor Harrell right now, I mean, he's more of the, I mean, you kind of, when you think strong arm quarterback that's mobile from UNC, I think you probably instantly think Sam Howell. But right now, he's not the bulldozer type of runner as a quarterback that Sam is. He's more of the, the Lamar Jackson-esque scramble, make the guys miss type of quarterback. And obviously, not comparing him to Lamar Jackson or anything, but... He's making another throw. Nice. That is such a beautiful ball. He throws a beautiful ball, man. Another thing I like is that he played on a he played against zone defense a ton. Because of the talent that's on his team, he had to be able to read zone defenses a lot of the time, as we're seeing in a lot of these clips. That was man right there. But as we're seeing in a lot of these clips, we're playing zone defense. So the fact that he can read zone defense at least a little bit at this young of an age, at that level of competition, is really impressive as well. As you see a nice read right there, just picking apart the defense in every foreseeable way. There it is again. Open man. Don't think about it. Just hit him. Look at that. Under pressure. That was nice. Under pressure. Like just before he got hit by the defensive end there. Makes the throw. Man. My gosh. I've already seen these highlights and they still continue to impress me. I think he's that good, that talented, man. I love Connor Harrell. Look at that. Look at that. He fooled the entire team, basically, into thinking it was a run from Connor Harrell. And then wide open down the seam, he hits him in stride with almost perfect ball placement. Love to see it. Fake the read option. Take it yourself. In the end zone under pressure, make a couple men miss, throw on your backside to the receiver and let him make the play there. Alright, that's going to be it for the Connor Harrell edition of the UNC Recruit Review. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that YouTube stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.